What's up, Scoot? What's up, TJ? What's up, Ray? I'm trying to say I'm about to run. Daggone. Scoot, that's a lot. Be careful. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna jump on here for just a little bit and give y'all a little bit of working content. I'm gonna try to finish prepping the rest of this cold air intake and get it ready to take to the jet coater. And then then when I get all this stuff done, then I gotta pull the headers off of the C10 and then go from there. But I'm gonna get on here, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, sanding, getting this stuff ready. Yeah, you have a good day too, Scoot. Be safe and get all this stuff prepped so it can be jet coated. So this is aluminum. This is a DA. Make sure you put tool oil in all your stuff either at the beginning of the day or the ending of the day. Nobody likes it dry, and if they do, they'll lie. So, just saying. But just saying. Just saying. It don't make a lot of dust, but it does make dust. And try not to breathe, as much as I can breathe. What's up, cars in the cut? Let me put an interface pad on here. I don't need it to bite, I just need it to cut. Yeah, I don't need it to bite. Let me put an interface pad on here. I just need to get the scratches out of it. Well, that was 320. It just wore out. Tell me your address so I can help you. You tell me your address so I can help you. What's up, JG? I decided to take my card up. TJ, I seen your video this morning. Hey, Ray, you still on here? Ray, you still on here? Ray, are you still on here? Take care of that, Ray. What's up, big fish? Ray, take care of that. Hey, Tulu, take care of that up there at the top. giving, we getting it. Oh, there's the bung right there for the mat sensor. I don't know if y'all seen that. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this aluminum intercooler pipe and I gotta prep it up to 600 grit, and then I'm gonna take it and have it jet coated and polished. So it's gonna be nice. Gonna be nice. So, hold on, my fingers are like super dirty. Ray got it. Ray got it. Appreciate it, Tulu. Ray got it. Yeah, so I got to prep this, and this, and this, and this, and this. I'm gonna prep every bit of that and take it to get jet coated. Also, Tulu, I'm gonna go right here on the bottom and I'm gonna cut it right here at the bottom. I'm gonna put an LED light right here. So when he turns on his running lights, the LED light's gonna shine up in there. So when it's coming down the road, you got the LED light, the running lights. This is gonna light up in here too. It'll be like, look inside here, baby. Look inside here. Yeah, look up in there, boy. Ooh. Hey, I don't know if y'all, hey, it's all right, Ray, no worries. I knew you was driving. I don't know if y'all seen it yesterday, but let me take just a second since everybody's on here right quick. Let me tell y'all, yesterday, Tulu did a premiere yesterday at 4 o'clock, and if y'all didn't see it, take some time today. Did they get flow tested? So flow test. Oh yeah, JG, it sucked like nobody's business. It was sucking harder than a daggone crack pipe on. It was sucking harder than a meth pipe on payday, baby. So let me just take a break, time out, and let me say this. Yes, Tulu TV did a premiere at 4 o'clock yesterday. Yesterday, 4:30. It was 4:30 at 4 o'clock. And if you guys didn't miss it, if y'all didn't get it, y'all need to, when you get done here, go over there and watch Tulu's premiere. It's already premiered yesterday. Where he took his car out to test the axles. He'd been looking at them every day, making sure he didn't have no drip. And we all love drip, but we don't want that kind of drip. So he checked everything out, and I hope he turned his lug nuts around. The bevel goes in on an acorn nut, not out. So turn your lug nuts around and go from there. But y'all need to go watch the video, and it's not a very long video. Don't fast forward it. Watch all of it and give him credit. People will be watching the videos and then they'll be fast forwarding. If y'all didn't know this, when y'all do that, we don't get credit for the watch. So watch the video. He goes to the store. He goes this. We fall over. Tulu was driving. Let me give you the etiquette. Let me give you the etiquette. If you riding with somebody, right? So Tulu was riding, and then 84 Cuddy, he dropped 5 on it. So he's in the passenger seat. And then Glacier, he dropped 5 on it, so he's in the back seat. I dropped 5 on it, I'm in the back seat. So we got Tulu driving, we got 84 in the passenger seat, we got Glacier in the back, and I got me in the back. So let me tell you the etiquette of car seats, okay? So Tulu driving. So Tulu's main objective is to get us there. He's the driver, okay? The passenger which would have been 84 Cuddy, he's in charge of entertainment. Okay, this is car etiquette. If nobody knew this, I'm gonna explain it to you. So 84 Cuddy's in the passenger seat. He's responsible for entertainment, radio. Whatever he plays, he's the DJ. The two people in the back, which would have been Glacier and myself, we're responsible for refreshments. So we have to make sure the driver, the pilot, and the co-pilot has refreshments, all right? That's our main objective, is to stay in the back and have refreshments. So Tulu was driving, 84 Cuddy was in the passenger seat. He's in charge of radio, entertainment. And the two in the back is in charge of refreshments. So we going down the road, and me and Glacier was in the back. We was jumping around. Y'all heard that clunk, clunk. We was so excited. We was jumping in the back. And then he went to the store. We got some fuel, and then we rode down. And then he got on a little bit, and boy, she wanted to eat, but Tulu was taking it easy. And then my man come up to the four-way intersection. He looked to the left, he looked to the right, he looked forward, and he looked backwards. And there wasn't a daggone nobody in sight. There wasn't a damn 100-mile rate. There wasn't a person in sight for 100 miles. Tulu gets out, sets his camera up, damn four-way intersection like the damn Grand Central Nation Station, boy. I mean, there was people everywhere. Never fails. So he regroups, he sets his phone up there, he's nervous, he gets up there and he puts two beautiful 11s on the road. He gets around there and turns around, man, don't run them up. And as soon as he turned around, here comes this truck. And luckily they didn't run over his phone. So, and then he done it again. So what the people that stopped to check on him, to make sure he was all right, and he said, oh, that's my neighbor or somebody close by. You know what they should have done? He got a G-body. What they should have done is they should have got out and helped my man with the video camera. Because I would have. And let's put some daggone black marks down on the road. But I don't know if you've seen the comment, Tulu, but let me give you a little bit of, a little tip, a little behind the scenes. Your car don't need it, but if you want to do it where a lot of guys, what they would do if their car didn't have enough ass to do a burnout, to get that stock, they would take a windshield washer, reservoir, and they would put it underneath their hood of their car, or they would put it in the trunk. They'd fill it up with Clorox. They'd fill it up with Clorox and water. 1 part Clorox, 1 part water. And then they'd run the nozzles down into the front of the wheel wells to spray where the wheel. So if the wheel, here's the wheel, and the wheel touches the road, the nozzle would spray right there to where the asphalt and the road, or the asphalt and the tire meet. And then they'd put a little button on the dash. They'd power brake it, and they'd spray it, psst, and then they'd dump the clutch, and then they'd keep spraying the Clorox while they're spinning, and that son of a gun would blow smoke from here to, man, you would think you was in Afghanistan, they was burning oil fields, man. So we used to do that back in the day. So but I don't think your car needs it. To do a power brake, Tulu, get somewhere where you can get set up. Pump your front brakes about 3 times and hold it. And then hold the front brakes and then hit the gas. What's going to happen is you're going to run your RPMs up, and then when that torque converter goes into lockup mode, it's going to lock up. It's going to send power to the drive shaft, which is going to send it to that rear end, which is going to send it to those 2 tires on the back side. Don't let off on the front brakes. Hold the front brakes, and she'll start breaking loose. And when she starts boiling, add more gas and let off the pedal at the same time. So you holding the pedal, give it throttle, and then it breaks loose, then slowly let off the brake pedal until they're about even, and then keep going. Then dump the brakes and then mash that bitch to the floor. Yeah. So, all right, since you got a stall whatever your stall is, let's say you got a 2800 stall. Your converter is not going to lock up to send power to the dry shaft until that converter locks up past what it is. So let's say you got a 2800 stall. It's not going to start spinning until like $3,000. Yeah, I seen your tires. There's a little dry rotted on the edge, so I'm glad you didn't get on it too much. So, and here's another thing I'll tell you. If you got one wheel peel, that's right. If you got one wheel peel, so here's something to take into mind. If your car has one wheel peel, and just one wheel's peeling, right? If you do a burnout and your one wheel is just spinning, right? That's the only thing you got is one wheel. Let me tell you this. You do the exact same thing and you're spinning, right? You're spinning. All right? One wheel peel. If your speedometer is at 30 mile an hour and you're holding the brake and you're doing a burnout and your speedo says 30 mile an hour, that wheel that's spinning is actually running 60 mile an hour. So if your tire rating is like 85 mile an hour tire, you're spinning that tire at 60 mile an hour on the foot brake. Okay, Cuddy. So one wheel peel for Cuddy and Sparrow, if his speedometer, if he's doing a burnout and his speedometer says 30 mile an hour, that one wheel is actually turning 60. It's because of the way the gear ratio and the way the open diff is. So, because if both wheels are spinning, it would be 30, right? But since one wheel ain't spinning and two wheels are spinning, it's multiplied times 2. So that would make that wheel be spinning at 60. So when people run up to like 40 mile an hour and they're doing a burnout, that wheel's actually turning 80 mile an hour. Oh yeah, I be seeing Sparrow leaving them black marks. Speedometer is located in the transmission. That doesn't make sense to me. Well, I understand that it don't make sense, but that's the way the gears work. Yeah, the speedometer is located in the transmission, but so what it's doing is you're multiplying it. I didn't believe it neither. I learned that back in 2000, 2002, 2003. No, I learned that earlier, and then when I went to physics class and took 3 years of physics, that's the way that works. Hold up, where am I? Hold on a second. Tell us. But back to it. Y'all need to go watch Tulu's premiere on his car, because Tulu, what's the name of your car? I believe. Hey, I didn't believe it neither when my instructor told me. I mean, when my professor, he was a Air Force aerospace engineer. He said the first 3 kids he had were born at Area 51 and they didn't have no birth certificates. And he also said that he helped design the railgun in the C-130 Hercules. Tulu might be YouTube. Tulu might be YouTube checking account. Miss Gussie. All right. Wait, hold on. Y'all need to go over to Tulu's page and watch his premiere, because his Regal sounds really, really good. Really, really good. Jonathan, what are you talking about? What in the world happened? I appreciate that, Tulu. Hey, Tulu, are you... Hey, Tulu, send me... I'll text you here in a minute, Tulu. He said it's true. Well, JG just fact-checked JG. So He says, according to Google, or Giggles, that's what I like to call it, Giggles, I've been fact checked. Oh, sweetheart, I tell him thanks. Hey, let's get back to it. I believe you guys just checking. Oh, that's okay. Hey, look. I got thick skin, buddy. I got thick skin. If I say something and it don't sound right to you, check it, facts check it. I got all kinds of information, and the information might be changed. So I might be running on old information, and if the information is changed, let me know that the information has changed and say, hey, that used to be the standard, but now it's this. And I was like, well, man, I appreciate you correcting me that. I'll make a mental note in my head, and we'll keep moving forward. Hey, Tulu, text me. Hey, Tulu, I'm glad you brought that up. Tulu, text me the stuff for your channel, because I couldn't find it the other day. If you have membership on your channel, send me the link. Text me the link, because I couldn't find it. Now, I know 84 Cuddy got it, because I seen it the other day when it popped up, and it lets me. But the other day when you went live, I tried to find it during live, and I couldn't find it. So let me know. Just as soon as me and Tulu can link up. Oh, there's something else. Tulu's intro on his channel, he's been changing it up. And his outro on his channel, he's been changing up. So his intro, man, he's got that fire coming in, and it says, you're watching Tulu TV. Woo! Man, that right there. Man, that right there was fire, boy. It says, you're now watching Tulu TV. I was like, damn, boy. I said, let me rewind that shit. Hit play again. You're now watching Tulu TV. And I'm like, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, big dog. Yes, sir. I was like, man, went right in the trash can. I was like, yes, sir. And then on the edge, then when it goes off, it's like, thank you for watching Tulu TV. I was like, that's what's up. I like it. CapCut. Well, guess what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna download CapCut. I sure am. If y'all can tell, I'm in a little better mood today than I was Saturday. So everybody that texted me and checked in on me, I'm not gonna get into it because I get upset again. Everybody that actually reached out to me via text message and checked in on me Saturday and on Sunday, I greatly appreciate it. So, 84, it ain't raining here yet. 84 Cuddy, it ain't raining here yet. I feel like I've been shaked and baked in lemon pepper chicken. That's what I feel like. And I feel like the white meat. I feel like white meat, shake and bake lemon pepper chicken. That's what I feel like, man. Man, every time the wind blows, those pine trees just turn, it looks like daggone lemon pepper shake and bake coming through the woods. Shake and bake. It look like I've been shake and bake lemon pepper chicken. And I would say, it stopped. It says it's not supposed to rain here until like 6, 7 o'clock at night. I will say this, 84 Cuddy, this morning, I'm gonna just say this. This morning, when I got that warning this morning on that other live that we on, I ain't even gonna speak the name. This morning when I got that warning because I said I feel like shake and bake lemon pepper chicken, and I put the lemon emoji and the chicken emoji and the little shaker, and I got this is my warning. I'm out. I'm out. When you're gonna let a bot, somebody that doesn't even have a pulse, run your channel and do that, that's okay. If you want to do that, that's okay. That's okay. I respect it. I respect that 100%. I really do. But Jay ain't going to be there because I'm not going to let a bot flag me, give me a warning, give me a bad mark. I'm not doing it. I'm out. I'm out. Better handle that shit. Better handle that shit. I'm out. I'm out. JG. JG, you a bot? What's up, Troy Francisco? JG, you a bot? I don't think you a bot. You told me you was like 55, 60 years old. Are you a bot? Yeah, the moderators that are on my page, that are in blue, the moderators are on my page, they know what to do. If somebody drops something that's stupid and crazy, and they getting out there and they talking, I don't mind the little bit of picking around or whatever, but when it gets crazy like that, time to go. Time to go. They dime dropping on them. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't, look, yeah. I pick moderators that I trust, that I know will do right. And I only got a few of them. And I don't expect the moderators to be on here every single live, because I know y'all got lives too, just like I got lives. But if there's a moderator on here and we're going through some stuff and I see something and I say, hey, mods, y'all take care of that. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Take care of it. I'm not going to assign a AI to take care of stuff. I just ain't doing it. You know, just ain't doing it. So I hope everybody has a great day. Let's get to sanding some parts. Hey, there's 23 people on here. How come I don't have 23 thumbs up? Come on now. Let's get it good. Get it good. Woo! Go. Tulu. I just had something that popped in my head. Tulu. I'm telling you, man, I'm so bad. Look, ooh, squirrel. I'm telling you. Tulu. My man, wait. Just wait until I get to show some pictures of the box that's going in the bed of my son's 86 Silverado pickup truck. And if you think that's crazy, just wait till you see the blow-through box that I'm doing for OG6 that I'm gonna bring up through the rear package tray. I'm telling you, you just wait. People gonna be, just wait. And I will say this too, I really missed Tulu's live from Saturday. Or I really hated that I missed Tulu's Friday night live where everybody jumps on and collabs. Because I was like, hey man, you going live tonight? Because I was waiting. And he's like, nah, bro, I'm out with fam. And I was like, okay, cool, great. I respect that. But man, I was sitting here in the shop anticipating Tulu to go live so I could put him up on, oh yeah, man, we all need some R&R. We all. I actually need some R&R too, but when I go doing R&R, I feel bad. I feel bad when I go do R&R. And if somebody wants to talk about that in private, I'll explain it to you where my brain is on that. But I feel bad. And I'm trying to get through that. But nevertheless, the Lowrider Show is on the 5th, which actually is this Saturday. It's in Pittsburgh, so it's Saturday. I'm gonna show you, I got my planning board. I don't know if y'all seen it last time, but I moved some stuff around. I got my planning board right there, right? I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 5 months out on scheduling. So that's my planning board. So that's that. So I'm going to the Lowrider Show Saturday so I can get some ideas on some G-body stuff and try to make some connections with some folks and on some parts and on some G-body parts. And I'm going to kind of look and see some ideas. I seen SKD. I seen his gauge cluster in his car, and I really I really liked his gauge cluster. I like Tulu's too. But the SKD's gauge cluster in his G-body, I really like that old school retro look. So I really like that, and I looked at them. I actually sent them some information. I actually reached out to Audi American, the suspension company that 87 SS is dealing with. I actually sent them a nice letter. So we'll just see what they say when they get back on stuff for OG6. But I'm gonna load up the station wagon. I'm gonna load up the station wagon on the trailer, on my car hauler, and I'm gonna take it to the show Saturday. And maybe somebody will walk by. Maybe somebody will walk by and say, I like that wagon. And then I can throw my little fishing pole out there and I can jiggle the hook. And maybe I can get them to nib one. Set that hook in that mouth and get that thing gone. Get that thing gone, man. Get that thing gone. If I can get that thing gone, I can free up a lot of real estate for OG6 and my son's truck. It broke my heart to sell the Jeep Saturday. And I'm still dealing with it right now, even though I talk about it. It broke my heart to get rid of the Jeep. But I'm gonna use that money on my son's 86. And I already ordered a bunch of stuff for it. This morning, so that's cool on that. I hope I'll be driving it just soon. But I'm gonna load up the station wagon and I'm gonna take it to the show Saturday, and maybe somebody will buy it. And if they buy it, I'm gonna bring the title with me. And if somebody wants it, I'll send that son of a gun home. I talked over with the wife, about where I try to keep her. I mean, she don't have. Let me put it to you like this. She supports me, and she's probably been in the shop maybe 5 times in the last 20 years. She just don't come in the shop. This is like my space, and she don't come in here. I mean, she'll come to the door and stuff like that, but I mean, a handful of times she's been in here. But I did talk to her about the station wagon, and I said, this is what I got in it. I think this is a fair price. And then I said, the least I would take would this be? And she's like, well, I wouldn't take that. I'd split the difference and go from there. And I thought, well, we'll just see what happens. So, I don't want to lose money. If I break even, that's okay. But, the name of the game, is we want to make money. I mean, the guys that are here doing it for themselves and doing fun and doing hobby, that's different. You guys are doing it for hobby. And I used to do it as a hobby, but then a hobby turned into a part-time job, and then a part-time job turned into a full-fledged business, full-time job, where this is my livelihood now. Since Owen died in 2019, I took a leave of absence from the college and from Petty's, but I'm still on the payroll at the college, and they call me when they need me to sub in and stuff like that. I still do stuff for Petty on the side, but not as much as I used to. This is my income. So me and Cars in the Cut, we had a conversation yesterday, The The price is the price, and my price is not everybody's price, and I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. You know, I respect that. So when Tulu and 84 Cuddy, when they get to a point where it's not a hobby no more and it is a full-time, it's their livelihood, the price is the price. So we're in it to make money, just like everybody else. Walmart, McDonald's, everything's in it. They in it to make money. That's the wonderful thing about capitalism, right? But we also want to try to help people on the way. I've been very fortunate and very blessed. Even though I've lost so much, I'm still fortunate and still blessed. And that's why I try to help people when they reach out to help me, because I know how it feels to be kicked in the teeth. I know how it feels to be less fortunate. I know how it feels to be down on your last dollar and you don't know how it's going to make. And I know how that feels. I know how that feels when you don't have the motivation to get your sorry ass out of the bed in the morning and put your shoes on and let your boots hit the ground and get the running and kick up dirt and kick up rocks and get out there in the shop or go to work and do something. I know how that feels. I know how that feels every single day. I drag my ass out of the bed every single day. I know how that feels every single day. So if there's somebody out there that is doubting themselves to do something or second guessing themselves to try to make themselves better or do this or questions and this, you know, I don't want anybody to regret doing anything. I don't want anybody to be laying on their bed, on their last breath, and say to themselves, I wonder if I would have done that burnout. I wonder if I would have tried to change the axles in my car by myself. Or whatever. I wished I would have done this. I want people to live their life and try things, whether, I don't see it as failure. I see it as a lesson learned. So if we do something and we don't succeed, I don't consider it a failure. I consider it a lesson. We learn something. Write the notes down, take notes, put it in a notebook, and go after it again. So, and what's fresh on my mind is like Tulu. Tulu was very anxious, very nervous, very skeptical. You could hear it in his voice. He was very intimidated, you know, to change out the axles in his Regal by himself. I could hear that in his voice when he was talking about it. He was dread doing it. Like you dread ripping that Band-Aid off with the hair going the opposite direction because you know that shit gonna hurt. So you just jerk it, you just rip it, right? You just jerk it and rip it. That's why I offered. He's not that far from me, about an hour and 30 minutes. He's not that far. He didn't ask for help. He didn't call me and say, hey, Jay, can you come down here and help me? He didn't do that. I felt it in my heart to say, hey, Tulu, hey, man, if you want some help, holler at me and I'll come help you. We'll spend all, I can't do it. I have to do it on a Saturday. I'll get down there at butt crack at dawn. As long as you feed me. Give me some groceries, man. I can eat some viney weenies and damn saltine crackers or some damn sardines, man. I'm not picky, you know, hell. I mean, we'll eat grub worms if you want to. I mean, it don't matter to me. I got to get something, you know, something. I'll spend all day and help you and come home. And he said, man, I appreciate that for real. But then he done it on his own. He done it on his own. He done it on his own. With the help of people on live and social media and Premiere, but he's still done it on his own. You can't take that away from him. If you do whether he passed or failed, he done it on his own. And he put himself out there on YouTube. Dude, when we go live and we put our ass out there on YouTube, we're opening ourselves up to 330 million critics to tell us that we're doing wrong and we're not doing it right. Right? Right? So, my question is Are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? So if you're sitting here beating up another person online and throwing hate because they're whatever, then you hating on me is not going to make you famous. It's not going to make you rich. And it damn sure ain't going to make you pretty. So hate all you want, big dog. Hate all you want. It ain't going to bother me not one bit. Hating on me is not going to make you rich. It's not going to make you famous. And it sure hell ain't going to make you pretty. But when Tulu fired up his car and did a little test ride around the driveway and didn't see no leaks, I know he was chomping at the bit to take that car out there and just rip, but he didn't. But when he did, I'm telling you, if you couldn't see the accomplishments on that man's face when he was standing on that blacktop beside his car, if you could not see the sign of winning and accomplishments in his face beside his car by doing what he did and had no issues whatsoever, then you completely missed the whole process completely. Because people's going to look at it and say, oh, well, man, he just put axles. Well, I didn't see you put axles in your shit, right? That right there is what it's all about. He was scared to death. He had anxiety. He doubted himself. Hell, I doubt myself all the time. But you stick with it and you keep at it. And then when you win and you want everybody to, and people say, man, you ought to not be bragging about it. You ought to be doing this. Man, I'm not bragging, man. I'm just sharing my excitement and I'm just sharing my success that I accomplished that beast and I put that bitch to bed. That right there should motivate anybody to get their damn ass off the couch, dust off them shoes, and like Cuddy says, get them boots on the ground and get out there and do something. And get out there and do something. Get out there and do something. When we fail, it's not a failure. It is a lesson learned. You can look at it two different ways. Is your cup half full or your cup half empty? I'm a half full kind of guy. If you look for negativity, you're going to find negativity. If you look for positivity, you're going to find positivity. All right? So this conversation got completely sidetracked, but I want everybody to win. And when I say that, I truly want everybody to be successful. Everybody. Because your success is not going to hurt my success. Your success and you making money or making accomplishments or winning is not going to affect my bank account and is not going to affect me one bit. One absolutely no impact on me whatsoever. None. You winning is not going, me supporting somebody to win, to do better, is not going to affect my bank account. It's not going to affect me. It's not going to affect you. If, like Tulu says, if somebody's getting theirs, it's not affecting me not getting mine. But I am a firm believer, if you throw out negativity and you throw out hate and you throw out shade and you try to do just scandalous, dirty shit, I believe karma, she's a nasty bitch and she will come back around you 1,000 folds, buddy, and she will push you under your head down in the backwater and you'll be like, man, I can't get up. So if you throw out shade, I believe that shade comes back. I believe it comes back. I believe it comes back. I believe it comes back. So why don't people support other people? And here's another thing that gets me. People that are in business, like small businesses, like 84 Cuddy, he wants to start his business. Tulu's wants to start his business. There's other people that want to start their business. When you go to somebody, like Tulu's man up the street, that changed out got the studs in his axles and stuff, and he offered to pay him. He's like, "Nah, man, I'm good." And he's like, "Nah, man, I don't roll like that, man. The bill's the bill. I'll pay you." I don't understand why friends, people ask for discounts for local businesses and small entrepreneurs. I don't understand why I've had people come to me and say, "Hey man, I need a paint job." I'm like, "Okay, cool." It's like, "Man, you gonna hook me up?" I'm like, "Hook you up?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, well, when they say that to my brain, "Hook me up," my brain shuts off. You want me to undercut my price to hook you up? So you want to take money out of my pocket, which puts food in my family's mouth, to hook you up? I didn't see you out here clocking in. I didn't see you out here driving nails. I didn't see you out here hustling and build this shop. I didn't see you out here helping me at nights when I was struggling by myself. I didn't see you out here helping me hold this door up when I was holding this door up. I didn't see you sitting here patting me on the back when I buried my son. I don't see you out here when I didn't have enough money to pay my light bill. I didn't see you out here when I didn't have enough money to buy groceries. I didn't see you out here when I didn't have no shoes, but I spent the money I had to give shoes for my kids. I didn't see you out here doing none of that shit. And you want me to hook you up? No, dog. Did you ask Walmart to hook you up when you bought those fake-ass red tag Levi's? Did you ask Walmart when you bought that damn big screen television? Did you ask Lowe's when you went in there and bought them 2x4s to build your dog kennel? Did you ask them to hook you up too? Did you negotiate with the self-checkout up there to get a little discount? Hell no. You paid that damn price for them fake-ass red tag Levi's. You went home, you put them Levi's on, you looked at your wife and says, "Does this make my ass look big?" You put them on. If local businesses and small entrepreneurs, like my man up the street from Tulu that's putting on tires and stuff, if he tells you it's $10 a tire to swap out the tire, then you give him $50. Well, Jay, it was $10 a tire. That's right, it's $10 a tire. And you give him a damn tip. And you go on about your way. So, I don't ask for discounts if it's somebody with a small business or an entrepreneur. The price is the price. Now, when I go to Lowe's, for sure, I'm going to say, "Hey, y'all got any kind of deals going on?" No? Okay, well, at least I asked. Go to Harbor Freight. I'm getting them coupons, baby. But I pay for a membership to get those coupons. All right? And when I go to Walmart, do I look for stuff that's on sale? Absolutely. It's Walmart. The big box stores? Absolutely. When I go to AutoZone and get parts, I'm like, "Hey, man, I got a commercial account. Hey, man, can you do something?" "Man, I can't." "Man, you can't do no better than that." It's AutoZone. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. Right? It's a multi-billion-dollar company. Right? So, yeah, I'm going to hit the big boxes up for discounts. Sure am. But if I had Tulu, if I had 84 Cuddy, like the BP up here, Kyle, he's probably watching this. Kyle up here at the BP, he is a self-employed entrepreneur. Right? Entrepreneur. If I go up there and he changes out a set of tires or he does this or does that, I say, "Hey, man, what's the price?" And then I pay him. I don't ask for a discount. I don't say, "Hey, man, can you do a little bit better?" I just pay it. I pay it and I go on. All right? Let me see what happened. I got a bunch of comments to come up. So, I hope, I'm going to get back to this. I'm going to sand some more parts. And probably gonna stay on here for about 8 more minutes. If anybody's got anything else they want to talk about, drop it down in the comments. Let's collab together and chit chat. Let me show y'all some work, because y'all come here to see some work. I do like to talk. I talk the ears off of Billy Goat. They're going to be jet coated. Jet coated jet coated is better than powder coat and powder coat ceramic. I've had headers powder coated ceramic, and it fall off. Jet coating, they're stage 1 series. They got multiple different colors, and I'm gonna do a tour of the place. I'm gonna do a tour of the place when I get there if they let me. But jet coating is rated at 4,000 degrees. So we're gonna go with a polished version on this, so it's gonna look like chrome. And I'm prepping it. They told me to prep it with 320 up to 600. So this is 320 grit. And then I'll come back over it and I'll sand it with 600. I've already done the exhaust. I'm not doing the headers. They're gonna put them in, and they'll blast the aluminum with aluminum oxide, and then they will blast the headers and the exhaust with shot bead to give it some final tooth. But I'm just going through here and just hitting it with some 320, and then I will come back and hit it with some 600, and then they will do the rest. So that's what I'm doing. JG asked a question. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, okay. Yeah, so jet coating is so for non-turbo, non-supercharger, non-boost applications, the 2000 series, I believe. I'm new to it. Plus, I'm a sponsor now. They sponsored me, so that's great. So when I go to drop all this stuff, I'm gonna get the banners. I'm going to get. I'm getting a sponsor pack, which will be a big banner, and I think they put me on their website. And I'll know more once I get there. I'm gonna try to go. I got to go one day this week to drop all this stuff off. So I got to get all this stuff prepped. And I'm gonna use them. Anyway, non-turbo stuff is rated at 4,000 degrees. And then if you go on turbo, supercharger, nitrous, or diesel application, or turbos, they can hot coat the turbos and all that stuff. And I think it's rated at 10,000 degrees or some shit. What's up, Rust Metal Garage? So, like I said, I got to prep all this stuff, and we're going to do this in polished, and we're going to do all the band clamps in black to kind of give it some contrast. So all the band clamps are stainless steel band clamps. So they're going to do all the band clamps in black and do all this in polished. And then on the lid, here's the lid. I made the lid in 2 pieces. So you got the main lid, and then you got the trim piece. We're gonna do these in 2 different colors and go from there. And then I'm gonna sand the box, and then gonna do the box too. So, and gotta do the intake tube. I'm gonna cut a hole right here and put an LED light right there. So when he turns on the running lights, this is gonna light up orange on the inside. Oh yeah, these are 4-inch, and then the ones on the exhaust are 3-inch. Yeah, these things right here, man, they're about $12 or $13 a piece, but man, they are worth every penny of it, man, because this right here, you have absolutely no leaks. Well, 99.9% no leaks, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's never perfect. So we just say 99%. So, but yeah, that's that. But yeah, that's why I've been wearing gloves. Look, only legal with white and yellow, orange up front. Not here in North Carolina. You can have any color you want. Only legal white or yellow / orange up on. Not here, man. You can have any color you want. Man, you can have any color you want here. Now, I will say this. In 1994, I had a mini truck, and there was one other person. We had street glow neons, and they were actually neon tubes, glass tubes, underneath the trucks. And I got pulled over by a highway patrolman in the drive-thru at McDonald's. And I was 16, 17 years old. And he pulled in behind me at the drive-thru while I was ordering and lit me up, right? And I didn't know what in the world he was doing. And then we got our food and we pulled over. He pulled behind me. And I was like, dude, is he pulling us? And we was in the drive-thru? And he walked up to the truck and he says, license registration. So my little truck was a mini truck, had hydraulics on it, had button tuck interior. I mean, it was a mini truck. He walked up to it and he says, license registration. And I said, for what? He said, license and registration. And I said, did you just pull me in the drive-thru? He said, son, if you don't give me your license registration. And I said, well, last time I checked, now this is fact, this is true. This is true. I looked at him and I said, sir, with all due respect, you don't look like my daddy. Now you might be. I heard my mama got around, but I don't think you my daddy. But, you know. He says, license and registration. Well, Google could disagree, but I'm telling you right now, big dog, here where I live at, there's all kinds of damn lights. Whether they get pulled over or not, there's all, I'm telling you. But these will be orange, these will be amber lights. But nevertheless, they say those wheel lights are illegal too, but it'll get thrown out of court. So back to the highway patrolman, he says, license, registration. I said, yeah, man, here you go. And I handed him my license, registration. And he walked back to the truck car. We're sitting there eating. He walks out to it and he said, you mind stepping out? And I said, for what? He says, I need you to step out of the vehicle. And I said, man, I just ordered some food, man. He said, I need you to step out. I said, fine, whatever. So I get out of the vehicle and he looked at me and he says, this your truck? And I said, yes, it's my truck. Did you put those lights on there? I said, yes, I put those lights on there. And he says, well, I wrote you a ticket for improper lighting. Now, this is what he said now. Improper lighting equipment. I said, improper lighting equipment. He said, yes, sir. I said, you're going to have to explain that to me. And he looked at me and he says, you just admitted that you bought these lights. I said, yeah, they're street glow lights. I bought them from California. They're neon lights. I can flip a switch and flip a light. So they're neon tubes. Makes the truck look like a damn spaceship coming down the road. You know, I done this in 94 before everybody else done it. He said, well, you admitted that you put these lights on there. I said, yes, sir, I didn't disagree with that. He said, well, you agreed to committing a crime. And I said, okay, what's the crime? You have added improper lighting equipment to this vehicle. I said, okay. He said, that's against the law. I said, why? He said, well, general statute such and such, you cannot alter. Now, here's where he messed up. General statute says you cannot alter a vehicle from factory specs for adding extra lights, blah, 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 whatever. And I said, can you explain that to me in dummy terms? He says, basically, when you buy a vehicle from the factory, you can't alter it and add anything to the vehicle that was not put on it by the factory. And I said, really? He said, yes, sir, it's illegal. So it's a $375 ticket. He says, I'm going to give you this other card. You got 10 days to remove the lights, and you need to bring it to the highway patrol station so we can sign off on it. You need to go to the master and pay the ticket and then bring us the receipt and do that. And I said, well, I like to make a citizen's arrest. He said, excuse me? I said, I like to make a citizen's arrest. Now, this happened. This is facts. I said, I'd like to make a citizen arrest. He said, why is that? I said, I'd like for you to write yourself a ticket. And he says, why is that? I said, because you didn't buy that you didn't buy that Crown Vic from the Ford place. He looked at me and said, excuse me? I said, the state of North Carolina did not buy that Crown Vic that you're driving from the Ford place with all them lights on it. He just looked at me and he said, well, it's different. And I said, why is it different? He said, well, because I'm the law. And I said, so that means that the law don't, since you're the law, that means the law don't pertain to you. It only pertains to me because I'm a citizen. Sir, the general statute says, I understand what the general statute says. And I'm not disagreeing with the general statute. I'm disagreeing with you. You said that I couldn't alter a vehicle from factory. That's what you said. That Crown Vic is an unmarked car. You have altered, the state of North Carolina has altered that vehicle from factory and added lights. Am I right? Well, it's different because that vehicle is owned by the state of North Carolina. And I said, okay, that's great. So now the state of North Carolina is telling me they're going to step on my constitutional rights because what's good for them ain't good for me. I said, last time I checked, my tax dollars pays your salary. And your taxes pay your salary. And the state of North Carolina says if you pay sales tax on anything, it's not illegal. And he looked at me. He looked at me. And he said, are you Jerry Green's son? I said, yes, sir. He said, that figures. He said, you're 17 years old. And I said, yes, sir. He said, you need to call your daddy and have him to come get you at the courthouse. I said, why? He said, because I'm not arresting you, but I'm detaining you. I said, for what? He says, come to the courthouse. Follow me to the courthouse. I said, okay, fine. So we get in the car and I follow him to the courthouse. They go in there, he talks to the masters. The master's in there telling this. They call my daddy. My daddy comes riding up there. Next thing you know, everybody's whatever. The highway patrolman explains it to the master. The master explains it back to the highway patrolman. I, 17 years old, full of shit, just like I am now. I read. Make it make sense, right? The master tells the highway patrolman that technically I'm right. And the ticket is invalid. Because if it was to go to court, it would get thrown out because technically, I was right. They changed the vehicle. I leave. They let me leave. Now, this highway patrolman, back then, there was districts. So he was actually going to work. But so where he pulled me, he wasn't even in his jurisdiction, and I wasn't in a pursuit. I was not on the road. So therefore, everything he done was unlawful. All right? Everything he done was unlawful. So they chunked it. So, come to find out, back in the day, him and my daddy had some bad blood. They were after this one girl, and daddy was throwing the green sausage to her, and he didn't like it. So he found out who I was, so he stepped the level up a little bit. Now, I respect the law enforcement. I got lots of friends that's law enforcement, and I respect the law 100%, but you're going to respect me as much as I'm going to respect you, right? So, with that being said, most times, not all the times, most cops got their ass whooped in high school, got bullied, or got picked on, so they go through BLET, they end up being a cop, they got that badge, and they got that I'm better than you seniority, and I'm fixing to teach you a lesson. Not all of them, most of them. They got this Billy Badass because they got this badge on. If they didn't have that badge on, it'd be a different story. Now, as long as you got that badge on, I will respect you 100%. Until you violate my Fourth Amendment right and my Constitution right, and then we're going to have problems. So, remember, I'm 17 years old. I worked 3 different places. I worked at the Burger Shack, I worked at Clayson Knitting's on the weekend, and I worked at the soda shop all time. On Friday nights and Saturday nights, I worked at the soda shop, cooking fish, seafood, steaks, You name it, that's what I did. I cooked. Friday night and Saturday night, we would slink. Man, we would sell the shit out of shrimp, flounder, catfish. Man, we would flat roll. Jake can throw some groceries down, right? I get off work. I live 4 miles from the soda shop, the little cafe. I had a pecan pie that Miss Bernice cooked. And I had a slice. And I get in my little truck, I crank it up, I pick up the hydraulics, I flip on the lights, I turn on the radio, and I start headed home. Now, there was another guy, his name was Shane Barnes. He had a truck that was similar to mine, but it wasn't like mine. And he would come after me hating whatever, right? Right? So, girls, same thing, you know. There was a girl he liked, but she didn't like him. Jay was doing the thing, you know what I'm saying. So I'm going down the road and there's a long straight stretch, right? My windows are blacked out in my little truck. I got a Lear camper shell on it. I look in the rearview mirror and I see, oh yeah, that pie was off the chain, brother. Bernice, boy, she could throw down some pies. I'm coming down the road and I'm running about 60 mile an hour in my little Toyota, 22 RE. I'm banging down the road, probably listening to some Eazy-E or some Too Short. Or maybe some 2 Live Crew, and I look in the side mirror and I see these 2 park lights. Right. And these park lights is about 2 car lengths behind me. And I look over there, you know, so I just drop it out of 5th and I go to 4th and I kick on down the road. Right? It speeds up. I'm like, okay, well, I can't really make out the park lights because it's dark, it's like 11:30 at night. You know, I can't really tell. You know, I'm cruising down the road, I'm jamming. So I turn the radio down, I roll the window down, I'm looking, and I can't see, and I say, okay, whatever. So the next thing I know, they get a little bit closer to me, right? I'm like, okay. So I'm from 4th, I go to 5th, and I just open up that little 22 RE 4-cylinder on the back road. I said, when I come around this curve, and we got this straight stretch that's about a quarter of a mile long, this straight stretch. If they don't fall out to pass me to race, because he always wanted to race, if they don't fall out to pass me, when I get to the top of the hill at past Old Man Mac's house, his farmhouse, when I pass his house, it is a straight section. I am going to dump the rear hydraulics to let the titanium blocks hit the ground to throw sparks, and I'm gonna jam on the brakes. And then I'm gonna dump it. So I pick the truck up a little bit, I got it up, I'm cruising, I come around the thing, I'm running, I'm looking over there, I take my pie, my little pecan pie that I was eating, I put it over there in the passenger seat. I'm driving, I'm looking in the mirror like this here, and I speed up. Running 55, 65 mile an hour, and he gets a little closer. I said, okay, if you're gonna pass, big dog, pass. He didn't pass. He got a little bit closer. I said, that's it, big dog. I hit the rear dump, went down, sparks flew out, I jammed on the brakes, I went from 5th to 3rd, I hit the all up button, the truck jumped back up, and I nailed it. And when that happened, all I seen was this. And the blue lights come on. I said, oh shit. I'm digging, baby. I'm less than 1/8 of a mile from the house. I pull in the driveway, I pull in, I cut the truck off, I jump out. He comes in the driveway at my mom and dad's house like I just robbed Fort Knox. I am not making this shit up. I will go interview my daddy, and I ain't seen my daddy in 2 years. I will go to his house and let him tell you the story. This son gun comes up in our driveway, sliding rocks, dogs barking, daddy flips the light on, he comes out, he's screaming, get your child. And I'm like, dude, I didn't know who you were. And he's like, I'm taking you to jail, boy. It got bad. The sheriff's department showed up, the town PD showed up. I mean, it was terrible. I'm sitting there on the front steps listening to daddy cuss this highway patrolman out while I'm eating a piece of pie from Bernice. And some popcorn shrimp and some red slaw. Next thing you know, we had to go. So my dad called Raleigh to the Highway Patrol office. The next week, we had to go to Raleigh, to the main office back then, and we had to do like a deposition, like a talk, whatever. Come to find out, he was parked at the soda shop waiting for me to leave. He was 80 miles out of his jurisdiction, and he wasn't even on duty. Right? Wasn't even on duty. I don't want nobody to lose their job. I don't want nobody to lose their job. He lost his job for harassment because they said he was unbecoming of an officer. He'd been a highway patrolman for 15 years. And he went from business, he let something as trivial as some lights underneath a vehicle go to lose his job and his career. He finished out his career driving a dump truck, hauling mulch. And then I found out he had a daughter, and then we'll just leave it at that. So it wasn't good at all, we went mediation, they showed this, showed that, showed this. I never took the lights off the truck, kept them on there until the day I sold it, and it is what it is. Same thing about tent. If I get pulled, I've been pulled over for tent, and they're gonna write me a ticket, and I look at them and said, that's fine, you can write me a ticket. I said, but when we go to court, I'm gonna request a jury of 12. And they look at me and they go, why? I said, because let me explain something to you. You already know who I am. You run my tags. You already know I have a Class 3 firearms license. You already know I have an ATF license. I rolled the windows down. I'm 10 and 2. The truck's turned off. I got all the windows rolled down. I'm 10 and 2, and I have not moved. I've complied with everything you've asked. I give you my driver's license. I give you my registration. I give you my concealed carry permit. I told you there's 2 pistols in the console. I got one in my pocket that's loaded, and there's 2 shotguns under the back seat. And you're gonna write me a citation for 10? Yes. Okay, cool, great. I'll see you in court, jury of 12. He's like, just pay the fine. I was like, not paying the fine. You cannot fine me for something that you're doing exactly the same thing. North Carolina took my tax dollars and your tax dollars and tinted the windows out on that car that you're driving so black that I can't see in there. And you telling me it's because of the K9. Well, guess what? I got a K9 in the back seat. It's called Benelli. Them 3.5-inch super mags, they like to eat. And then I explained to them, again, I'll take the ticket, but I'm not taking the 10 off. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. I just look at them and I say, this is the rules. This is how I feel. You take my tax dollars, your tax dollars, you spend my tax dollars and your tax dollars, and you tint the windows on a vehicle that is owned by the people, not by you, by the people. So you took my tax dollars and spent them to tint to black the windows out on your police car. But I can't take my money and do the exact same thing. Well, we don't know if you're doing dirt. You've already run my tags. I rolled all my windows down. Most time I'm 10 and 2, or I stick both hands out the window. And I comply with everything. Now, I have been told I have had a cop pull a gun on me or snap his snap to pull a gun and told me to step out before. And I said, no problem. And I open the door, hands up. Matter of fact, I do this. Put my damn shirt in my mouth and I get out. So, but I know some people are not as fortunate because you got Billy Badass cops that want to make the name for themselves and they want to feel like they're they want to feel like they're big dick daddy from Cincinnati. And they want to try to teach somebody a lesson because they got their ass whooped in school and they got bullied and the prom queen wouldn't give them the time of day and whatever reason. And I respect that, but no. If you want me to ride around with no tint on the windows, then you're going to ride around with no tints on your windows. If you're going to ride around with all these lights and shit on your vehicle that you alter from factory, I'm going to ride around with all these lights and shit factory. So, nevertheless. So, yeah. So, it is what it is. So, boys and girls, I've been on here 82 minutes. 17 people's on here, 16 likes. I appreciate every single one of you. If I missed somebody's comment, I appreciate it. Everybody have a great day. Let me see if I missed anything that's crucial. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get back to it. Y'all have a great day. Remember what I said, boys and girls. Stay motivated, stay motivated, stay motivated, stay motivated, stay motivated, stay motivated, stay motivated. Stay motivated. And push and push and push and push and push. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Because there's somebody right now that didn't get the blessing that you got today and opened your eyes. Yesterday, their sand clock ran out yesterday, and they don't get the day. And Jay's sand clock might run out today too, and I might not get the rest of the day, and I might not get tomorrow. And if that's the case, don't be sad for Jay. Don't be sad for Jay. Be happy. Be happy. And if you want to go old school, bust out one of them OEs and pour it on the ground. And everybody thought MD mean Mad Dog 2020, but it don't mean Mad Dog. It means something else. If you don't know what it means, look it up and you'll be like, that's what that means? Yeah. MD 2020 didn't mean Mad Dog 2020. The MD is not made, the MD does not represent Mad Dog. It represents something else. And when you Google it and you look it up and you're going to be like, that's what that stands for? So, I appreciate every single one of you boys and girls. I really do. And like I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your home front porch, start sweeping off anybody else. And put God first, let loose and drag. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.